Penelope over there down to the sisters having a complete and utter meltdown because her and Jordan talking in the car after he done got down there with her after she done slapped Gary up because he don't remember her. And, she's highly upset. And he was like, what's going on with you? She was like, I don't know. I'm drawing a complete blank. I was in a deep depression after everything happened. I don't know. I can't remember everything. So he was like, you don't remember how I found you? And she's like, what do you mean how you found me? He was like, I found you and you were walking around in a daze. Like you didn't know what was going on. You was dazed and confused. Okay. If you know the title, you know where I took that from. And you were covered in blood. She was like, I was covered in Gary's blood? That means I did it. That means I did it. And she is throwing a fit. And it's just like, girl, we don't actually know that you did it. It could have been Aaron. Somebody really wants him gone. It could be his ex-wife. Hell, it could be Hudson and he trying to play everybody. We just don't know who it was. Okay? But Penelope, my money is on you. You know what? I won't even put no money on you because it could be a twist and it's not even her. It could be somebody from his past. You know what? This is a mess. This truly is a mess. But we continue. Team, of the way things going, we just gonna have to get Andy some pepper spray, some mace, 2 different things, and a taser. Maybe keep a blade on her because she can't fight. She can't fight. Girl, I believe maybe KJ can fight in real life, but Andy, it's gonna be a life or death situation, and she really gonna have to just be like, oh, windmill. She gonna have to be windmilling these hoes out here because Fatima tried to tell, Big Tima tried to teach her how to fight, but it was like, oh, your stance is ugly. So ugly. And, after we get done to this session, Fatima like, I can hold my own. Don't worry about me. But Jordan did call because he wants to come over with him and Penelope to talk to Andy. And Andy was like, I told them no disrespect, no accusations, none of that. And if she get crazy, I use my own hands. You need to go to work. Because Fatima was like, I could stay if she want to get crazy. We could run one right now. She was like, no, you could go to work. And, she over here with her ugly stance trying to show off up. Girl, don't do that ever again. We love you, but don't do it ever again. My God. We gonna get her to self-defense. We gonna get her a self-defense package. That's what we gonna do. We gonna take her to some self-defense classes. We gonna get her, a license to carry. And then we gonna get her some mace. We gonna get her a taser. We gonna get her the pepper spray. That when you spray it sprays on blue. And maybe a little, knife or something pocket enough to carry around just in case anybody wanna get crazy. Because Andy can't fight whatsoever. Shout out to Fatima for, having the wherewithal to be like, me and Zach gonna figure this out because the cops ain't doing their job, and having Zach follow Hayden, old grimy ass, because he followed Hayden and they at the gym and he's listening to Hayden tell his friend or whoever this guy is about Tamara, the best gold digging bitch that Madam could find, and Gary hooking up, and the fact that they made a sex tape and she tried to delete it, but he uploaded it to the cloud. And, Zach leave after he get all that information from, ear hustling. But then a boy was like, so what you say to him? And he was like, I ain't say nothing. He was already in the hospital. You know how I do. You know I'm a thug. And a boy was like, you ain't no damn thug. And it was like, Hayden, you definitely ain't no damn thug. Go ahead, pack it up. Sabrina then called her doctor trying to get a rush on Richard's sample to see when they could start the whole process of fertilizing the eggs and then, doing the in vitro. Maurice is eavesdropping, and when he come in the office, she was like, do you knock? He was like, well, if you leave it open, I'm going to come in. But if you want it locked, keep it locked. And I was like, well, you did leave the door open. You wanted everybody to hear your business. You want everybody to walk up in there. That's on you. And he basically tells her in the gist of their conversation and their dialogue that I miss my friend. You've been on this baby talk, baby this, baby that, IVF this, you are so focused on this that we don't have our talks anymore. What if I want to take a trip? What if I want to show some skin at, a festival or something and I want to go with you? We don't even do that no more. Like, I miss my friend, and it's great that you want to become a mother and all these great things, but can you spend some time with me? And eventually they decide they're gonna go on a couple date lunch, whatever, with Maurice and Grayson and Rich and Sabrina. And he was like, listen, he work at a juice bar and don't nobody be in there, so he can go. He can go for lunch. And she was like, he own it. He was like, it still don't matter, don't nobody be in there. And I was like, well, this is true. Honestly, I don't want Rich to be like some hanger on for Sabrina, but I really think he's trying to mess around with Sabrina and try to lock her down so he can get alone. Girl, you already lost your job once fooling around with somebody in the bank. Don't let it happen ever again. But I can understand the missing your friend thing. Like, you so focused on this aspect of your life that you just forgot about everything else. And it's just like, bitch, I miss you. Like, we used to talk, we used to hang out, we used to do fun things, and now you're trying to become a mom, and it's just like, I love that for you, but can we get some time? But they going to lunch, so we're going to see what happens. Now, everybody down to the salon. When I say everybody, I mean Aaron, Pam, one of the customers, and Karen. And Karen, Pam, and Aaron are talking about the business fund. And he was like, "Oh, I can help you." They was like, "We already got that handled. We already got it done. Sabrina has looked it over. We're good." So the customer comes in and is talking about old girl who tried to scam Roots to Riches. And obviously, I'm not even gonna hold y'all up. Aaron is gonna feel some type of way about it, and it's like, why didn't I know this? Even though it just happened. And they explained to him that she claimed that Roots to Ridges burned her edges when actually she shaved down her edges trying to get money up out of them. So it really wasn't no big deal. Now down to Danny's job. Oh, this white boy, he upset that he didn't get into the leadership program. And he's like, well, you're underqualified and you're the undesirable candidate and you're always late and you're this and you're that. And I don't understand how you got it. Did you get it by sleeping your way to the top? And she had to check him, but it's just like it's going to be even more messy because Tony, this is one of the reasons Danny didn't want you to do what you did, but here we are. We're going to see what happened, though. So we take it all the way back to the beginning, and we're trying to figure out what exactly happened between Penelope and Gary. So we figure, well, not even figure out, we find out from her own words that after she lost the baby and after all that trauma and she went into protective custody of her own free will, Agent Watt took her to a doctor and the doctor was like, you have insomnia because she hadn't been sleeping, and you have depression, and that can be caused by the trauma you suffered. So they prescribed her some heavy sleeping pills. Now, them sleeping pills have had her black it out and drawing blanks, and it has not been a good time for her. And she says the night of the wedding, she tried to break out of protective custody, and they were trying to keep her there, but she managed to get out, and she followed Gary to the banquet hall, and she does not remember what happened after that. And then this is where Jordan's like, yeah, you don't remember running into me. She was like, I ran into you. He was like, yes, you ran into me. And this is where she was dazed and confused and had the blood all over her. And now Agent Watt want to interview her. And now they trying to talk to Andy about, maybe possibly representing her. This is messy as hell. Messy boots. Child, Denny and the white boy getting into it. And she told the white boy she was going to staple his ear to his jaw. And he was like, that's terroristic facts. It's another violation. The only thing you know is violence and sex. And Tony ended up coming out there because they didn't got the arguing in front of the customers and everything. And he was like, we all know she slept her way to the top. And Tony was like, listen, I'm your boss too. Don't worry about what you think you know. Worry about your job and trying to keep it so you don't have to worry about finding another job. And go do your damn job. So he tells Danny, listen, we've been too much with the PDA at work. And she was like, I was just following your lead. And he was like, well, we're going to have to tone it down so this doesn't become an issue. She was like, okay, well, hope you can handle it. And he can't. Obviously, he can't. But we're going to see how this works out. But see, this is the issue. We're trying to put Danny in different positions or in programs that you are on board of, or you have opportunity to have input in, because now that everybody knows y'all are dating and y'all are together, it's giving like she's sleeping her way to the top, which is very super damn disrespectful. I find it mighty funny that Hayden strolls in late to work, but Fatima is already there. Now, Fatima gets a call from Zach, and Zach tells her, listen, you were right about following him. I got some stuff to tell you. And she was like, seeing him right now is enough, so, just tell me later. And he was like, I just wanted to check in on you and also make sure it was cool for me to stop by and check on Karen. And she was like, yeah, go check on her. I trust you. I slightly trust her. Go check on her and the babies. Down to the salon, Aaron is questioning. This is the questioning part about Roots to Riches and what happened. Everybody's like, we thought you was a solid partner. Well, I've invested too much money for y'all not to tell me what happened. And it's just like, this just happened. It ain't been a few weeks. It's only been days. This just happened, but they was like, they'll keep him informed. And the babies are kicking, so he's feeling on Karen's belly, and they're having this little moment. And then Zach walks in, and it's just like, Pam about tired of everybody telling her what to do, and I'm getting tired of Aaron. I'm a partner. We know that, but it just happened. You was gonna find out, but it just happened. Calm down. Pipe down. So we get back to the office, and Hayden and Robert end up having a conversation in one of the offices. And Hayden was like, what is this about you bad mouthing Andy? He was like, oh no, me and Andy have this, this playful rivalry. We do this all the time. And he was like, well, in order to have a rivalry, the other person has to be here. So keep your mouth off of her. And I feel like you need to tell me if I made a mistake, because I'm giving you a second chance, but it's looking like you ain't grown up. So did I make a mistake? Okay, because if you keep this up, you're going to be doing car commercials. Quit playing with him. So I don't know what I don't know what Robin has going on. I don't know if Robin is the killer. I don't know if Robin is here to get these hoes together after trying to play him out like soybean burger bitch. I don't know what Robin has going on, but he also told Hayden to let up off of Fatima and to tell him Fatima way too damn valuable to be out here doing grunt work. So now he has gathered Hayden, and I'm like, so what does this mean? What is happening? Child, this is only gonna get messier. This couple's date is not going how Maurice thought it would go. Like Rich and Grayson are bonding over basketball, and then we find out Sabrina played basketball in middle and high school, so she knows about basketball. And he's just like, I don't want to hear about no bouncing balls. I don't want to hear about no sperm. I don't want to hear about no babies. It's just like, oh my god, Maurice is the odd duck out in this conversation. But Gracie was like, oh baby, I'll teach you about it. It's like, oh, this is cute. I still don't like Rich, and I don't think Maurice likes him either. And it's like, Maurice has great taste because I don't like him. I don't like Rich. Not playing. Don't like him. Also, I want y'all to go back and watch and pay attention to Maurice's face when Rich was like, oh, I'm thinking of taking the juice bar and, turning it into a franchise. Don't nobody be in the damn juice bar. How you gonna franchise something that nobody is going to? Man, he needs to get better marketing or something because don't nobody be down there. I'm gonna keep it honest. Every time we go down to the juice bar, ain't nobody there. Somebody lying to me. I don't know how many times Andy has to remind everybody that she is a divorce attorney and not a criminal attorney until they get their money and ducats in order and they ducks in a row to go get them a real criminal attorney, but it's getting on my damn nerves. And then Penelope always has this mouth on her when it's a possibility that you tried to kill that man. Like, let's be clear on something. You were you were giving great legal advice to get the hell away from Gary. You did the exact opposite of what Andy told you to do, and that's why your baby not here no more. And that is why you possibly unalive Gary when you was high off them sleeping pills. Jordan was told not to take money from Gary. And what did he do? The opposite of what he was told to do. And that is why his political career is over at this point and why everybody thinks y'all are suspect. At this point in time, I'm sick of Penelope. I'm sick of Jordan. Take them both out and get them the hell up out of my face. You sitting up here wanting to play the perpetual victim and you want to blame somebody, blame your motherfucking self. You were told everything you needed to know about Gary and you were told to get the hell away from him. You were told not to get involved with that man no more. Don't go see him. Don't confront him. Get away. And what did you do? Once again, the complete opposite of what you were told. Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of my face and go find you something safe to do, and then y'all want her to help y'all and work with y'all, she is a divorce attorney. She is also a suspect. No one has to make up for anything with y'all lives because y'all ruined y'all own lives. Penelope was already dating and engaged and pregnant by Gary before Andy ever found out it was ever into Jordan. Get the fuck out of my face with this. Smoke down at that hospital because Hudson is upset that his best friend, his lover, his secretary, whoever Gary is to him or whoever he is to Gary, Gary don't remember him. He think Gary is lying about having amnesia so he could fake out Penelope and Andy, and Gary don't remember a goddamn thing. So when he goes to find the doctor, Tamara done came up there in her best hoe wear asking about Gary, and she's wanting to check on him and see how he's doing. And he was like, "You need to get the hell up out of here. He don't care about you. He don't like you. He would never remember you. You were no one to be remembered." That's basically where he's going at with this whole Tamara thing. So when he gets to talk to the doctor, first of all, she right. Y'all worried about HIPAA now after y'all done talked about this man's, diagnosis and everything in the hallway. BFFR. Be fucking for real. So the amnesia may not be retrograde amnesia. It might be permanent because what happened to him was so serious. And then remember, he had a heart attack. So it's looking like he ain't gonna have no memory. Depends on what they want to do with this and where the storyline is gonna go. But she was like, "Listen, I'll catch him when he get released and everything." And it's just like, "Oh, child, this is messy, 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 messy boots." Child Hudson get back to Gary's room and he ain't there. Where he go? He done snuck out the goddamn hospital. And then when we get down back to Andy, Penelope, and Jordan, Penelope still got all this motherfucking mouth for somebody who put herself in this own situation. And Andy was like, it's not sound for me to be a legal counsel or for me to get in the mix of what you got going on because once again, I'm a suspect. My history with Gary, you and your brother, and then once again, because nobody really understands, she is a divorce attorney, not a criminal defense attorney. a criminal attorney whatsoever. So she was like, I can refer you to a great friend. He already knows about Gary's antics, and I can ask him to do a pro bono. And she, once again, with Penelope's nasty ass attitude, I don't want your help. I don't need your help. This is all your fault. When in reality, you were dating that man long before Andy ever knew about you. Be fucking for real at this point. So she said she'd take her chances with Agent Watt, and I said, that bitch going to jail. Then she told her brother, let's go, acting like she the goddamn mama and not the older sister. And then she struts her happy ass to the elevator while Jordan's like, please think about it, please. And it's just like, your sister going to jail. That's it, that's all. We ain't about to help that hoe. Child, who knew Robin gathering Hayden up and letting him know that he was gonna be doing car commercials, gonna be an ambulance chaser, was the thing that was gonna get him to be nice. It don't even feel right. Go back to being an awful human being. Oh my god. Robin tells, Fatima that he had a conversation with Hayden and Hayden ain't gonna be fooling with her no more. She was like, thank you and everything. And she was like, what is your angle? And I was like, I'm trying to figure out what the hell the angle is too. But then Hayden asked her to, help him with roots to riches and all that stuff. And, thank you. And let's make sure it's all on the up and up. And it's just like, no more of that. It make my skin crawl. It is not right. He too fucking nice at this point. Stop that. So the episode ends with Andy calling Robin. She's like, listen, when you get this, call me back. I need to talk to you. And she's heading off to the elevator. So she's about to go take care of some business or do something. And when the elevator opens, it's Gary's naked ass. He's ass backwards with the gown open. And she's like, Gary, what are you doing here? What the hell? Child, I just want to know how he remembered to get over there. Something ain't right. Something ain't right with this. But that was it for this recap review of Sistas, because it's what my channel, I do what I want. So please, 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 please make sure you check out all the content we have going on the channel. Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Potomac, Sistas, General Hospital, WWE, Raw, SmackDown, Saturday night's main event. I covered all of that in my YouTube shorts, and eventually I'm gonna cover it in lives and videos and get some more into it. And we're also gonna be talking about some documentaries, because I plan on watching the Lisa Frank documentary and a slew of other things. But with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, to your post notifications on and share me with your people. Also hit those links in the description box down below and follow me on all platforms. And also, please remember to hit the subscription button and hit that notification bell. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.